Early stream today. Starting early because I got to go for a haircut. I got to leave at 10:30. So it's 9:11 right now. I'm just going through and uninstalling a bunch of games from my computer. Kind of making space. A lot of free games and stuff on here that I never play. I don't plan on playing. But I got Crimson Desert preloaded, pre-installed, but I can't play it. You can't play it till I think 3 p.m. today or something. But I'm gonna be sleeping, so we'll play it tomorrow morning. What's up, Christian Nut? 11:11. Well, 11:11. You're on Central Time. I'm on Mountain Time. What's up, King? So I'm just gonna get into this because I want to finish Jeremiah today. I said I was gonna finish it this week. I want to finish it today. Why you got a messed up sleep schedule? Because I work nights. So like I get off work at 7 a.m., go to the gym, get home and do this. And then I go to bed around noon or 1. I'm usually fall asleep from like between 1 and 2 p.m. and then I wake up at 8. So I sleep from like 2 to 8 or 1 to 8, 7 or 8 hours. 6 hours. Some days 5 hours. Eastern time, it's 10:13. But I got to get a haircut today. So as much as I wish that I could take tonight off of work and just play Crimson Desert all night, this is what happens. Every time I'm about to 100% complete a game, another game comes out. I was asking if the reason you'll be asleep at 3 is because of a messed up sleep schedule. Oh, you're saying why? You got a messed up sleep schedule? The answer is yes. I do have a messed up sleep schedule. But yeah, that's what I'm not going to you get it. Yes. I get it's a consistent sleep schedule, so to me it's not messed up, but actually it is cuz it's daytime. So yeah, I'm just permanently screwed up. I'm always tired because I sleep in the daytime. Anyway, I got to get a haircut, so I want to get through this. We're on chapter 51, Jeremiah 51. Gonna just bail on RE9. I'm not gonna bail. I'm so close. All I gotta do is finish that insanity run that I'm on, and then do a speed run. But that insanity run's gonna be at least another 5 hours, and then the speed run's gonna be like 3 hours. That's 8 hours. That's a whole night. Like I could do it in one night of streaming, but now this game's out. I'm gonna be playing this game. I gotta play it at release, So this weekend I'm gonna play it. So, at some point we'll freaking finish Resident Evil. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna forget the layout of the map and all the steps of the process, and it's gonna be hard to speed run it. I guess I could just watch a video when I do it. I know that's gonna happen. I'm gonna start it up. I'm not gonna remember what I was doing. Insanity, the map is totally different than on casual. And when I speed run it, I'm going to do it on casual. So I'm going to finish it on insanity. And then time's going to go by. And then I'm going to go back to casual and have to speed run it, but I'm not going to remember the map. So I'm going to have to watch a video. Anyway, but I'm pretty excited about this Crimson Desert game. It looks like Breath of the Wild, except better graphics. And I loved Breath of the Wild. Yeah, once I take a break, I forget what I was doing. Then I start the game up months later, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? It's never going to work. All right, chapter 51. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. Fanners, only fanners, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, comma, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, if so be that she may be healed. Is that a comma or a period? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God. Make bright arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. For his device is against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is a vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measures of thy covetousness. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. That verse go hard. I highlighted the wrong verse. Whatever. Both those verses go hard. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion, in your sight, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyest all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Minni, and Ashkenaz. Ashkenaz? Ashkenaz. Ashkenazis. Ashkenazis? Ashkenaz. Appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her this is such a long chapter. Holy moly. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They have become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. They have become as women. Bro, see, I know I say don't cuss, but I'm going to say a cuss word here. If you call another man a bitch, Canaanite, canine, Jesus calls the Canaanite woman a dog that bites her hand that feeds. Now, he's quoting from Jewish tradition. Canaanite, we later get the word canine from the Canaanites because they're like dogs. They were thought of as dogs. Female dog is a bitch. So if you call a woman a dog, well, you would call a woman the B word. But if a man is a dog and he's like a woman, they have become like women. They have become as women. That's crazy that it says that. The men of Babylon have become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They become as women. So if you call somebody a bitch, that's not actually that's almost biblical. Even God calls men women sometimes. That's funny. Anyway, we're not supposed to cuss in the Bible stream, but I don't think that's a cuss word. I think I just demonstrated that's not a cuss word. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end, and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon hath devoured me. He hath crushed me. He hath made me an empty vessel. He hath swallowed me up like a dragon. He hath filled his belly with my delicates. He hath cast me out. What the? The violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon. Shall the inhabitant of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of Chaldea, shall Jerusalem say. To every season we turn to a time to every purpose in heaven. And everything turn. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will plead thy cause and take vengeance for thee. And I will dry up her sea and make her springs dry. And Babylon shall become heaps, a dwelling place for dragons, and astonishment, and an hissing without an inhabitant. They shall roar together like lions. They shall yell as lions' whelps. In their heat I will make their feasts, and I will make them drunken that they may rejoice, and sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, saith the Lord. I will bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like rams with he-goats. How is Shishak taken? And how is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How has Babylon become an astonishment among the nations? I'm reading this like questions. These aren't questions. It's, how is Shishak taken? How is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How is Babylon become an astonishment among the nations? There's exclamation points there. It's not a question. It's more like Chaldea. I disagree. The Chaldeans, you're saying it's Chaldeans. I've always heard it pronounced Chaldeans. Whatever. The sea has come up upon, I'm going to, tomato, all right? The sea has come up upon Babylon. She is covered with the multitude of the waves thereof. Her cities are a desolation, a dry land, and a wilderness, a land wherein no man dwelleth, neither doth any son of man pass thereby. And I will punish Bel in Babylon. Bel the dragon. Bel the dragon is in the Septuagint, which once we finish the Old Testament, we might have to go into the Septuagint and read all the Apocrypha. I will punish Bel in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up. And the nations shall not flow together any more unto him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. So Bel the dragon is mentioned in the Bible. I mean, in the I forget what it's called. In the Masoretic, I guess like the Protestant Bible. I don't know. I'll write a note real quick. It's only like one page. I know Nebuchadnezzar is actually Nebuchadnezzar. The CHAD is not Nebuchadnezzar. It's Nebuchadnezzar. But I've just always heard it said Chaldeans. You're probably right, but I don't care. I'm stuck in my ways. Tomato. I'm going to say it how I say it.
Yeah, you know what's odd? If something's free, people just can't resist it. Doesn't matter.
Or looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most mispronounced words in the world, like this other curious word. But how do you say what you're looking for today? We are looking at how to pronounce this word and more confusing vocabulary, including names from the Bible. So stay tuned to the channel to learn more. Chaldeans and
whatever. How? It's Chaldeans. Like Nebuchadnezzar and Baruch. But you think I'm going to be hawking loogies? I'm not Hebrew or Babylonian. I'm still saying Chaldeans. My people, go ye out of the midst of her and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. And lest your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard. Listen, okay? I don't say when I read the name, if there's a Mexican person and his name is spelled, uh, uh, never mind, that's not a good example. What am I trying to say? That's the opposite of the example I want to make. I was gonna say if a Mexican guy's name is spelled George, but I call him Jorge. No, I'm calling him George. Your name is George, dude. This is America. All right? I speak English. The letter C has always been redundant because of the K and S making clear sounds. Then why don't we just say that the letter K is redundant? Oh, you're saying because there's a K for a cuss sound only, and then there's a S for a sus sound only. Why do we have a C to make a cut and a sus sound? Because if we had a C and an S, we would still have the problem with C making a cut and a sus sound. Yeah, you're probably right. Where was I? Deliver ye every man. I'm not gonna make it. These chapters are so big, I'm not even gonna finish it today. I have to go in. Well, I have an hour. Okay, let's read. Unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, shall sing for Babylon. For the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith the Lord. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember the Lord afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame hath covered our faces, for strangers are come into the sanctuary of the Lord's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan. Though Babylon should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord. A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chald. Now you got me saying Chaldeans. I'm staying Chaldeans. Because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon, and destroyed out of her the great voice. When her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. Because the spoilers come upon her, even upon Babylon, her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken, for the Lord God of recompenses shall surely requite. And I will make drunk her princes and her wise men, her captains and her rulers, and her mighty men. And they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sariah, the son of Neriah, the son of Maaseiah, when he went with Zedekiah, the king of Judah, into Babylon in the 4th year of his reign. And this Sariah was a quiet prince. So Jeremiah wrote in a book all the evil that should come upon Babylon, even all these words that are written against Babylon. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon, and shalt see, and shalt read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Lord, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it, and cast it into the midst of the Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her, and they shall be weary. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah. No, George and Jorge. Jesus would be Jesus in Spanish. But if my name is George and I go to Mexico, my name doesn't become Jorge. I say, no, my name is George, or my name's Joshua. If I go to some country, some Latin American countries pronounce my name Josue. And so I used to work at Burger King, and I worked with a bunch of Latinas, and they all called me Josue. And I'd be like, haha, that's funny, but that's not my name. My name is Joshua. You're in America now. Speak American. But they see my name and they think Josue. So when I see Chaldean, I'm going to say Chaldean. But I think this whole argument I'm making is totally wrong, because I should still pronounce it how they pronounce it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to say it how I say it. Yeah, everything I'm saying is backwards. I'm not helping myself. I actually just disproved my whole point that I should pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. But too late. Brain is getting out of first gear. Well, I'm ready for bed and you're waking up. So we're about on the same level, because I'm sleepy too. Chapter 52. Okay, now they get... I don't know if I'm going to make it through all this. Oh, no, I am kind of, because that's lamentation. Oh, we're good. We're good. Oh, there's not 55 books in Jeremiah. There's only 52. We're almost done. I should have finished yesterday. I thought there were 55 chapters. Now I have to fix the... Now I have to fix the title of the stream. There's only 52. So we're just reading 2 chapters today. They're long chapters. You're fine. We have time. I thought there was a lot more. I thought there was 55 chapters, but we're on the last chapter right now. We could probably get through Lamentations today, but I'm not going to try, because Lamentations is only 5 chapters, but I have less than an hour. I need to win the lottery better. I'd like to win the lottery. That'd be nice. All right, last chapter. Chapter 52. Zedekiah was 21 years old. He's 21. He can drink. When he began to reign. And he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of the Lord it came to pass in Jerusalem and Judah, till he had cast them out from his presence, that Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his army, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it, and built forts against it round about. So the city was besieged until the 11th year of King Zedekiah. And in the 4th month, in the 9th day of the month, the famine was sore in the city, so that there was no bread for the people of the land. Then the city was broken up. So all this up till now has just been, but well, some of it's probably prophecy and some of it's probably narrative, because a lot of these books, again, they aren't chronological. They kind of bounce around. But this is narrative. So this is basically affirming all the prophecy that led up to this point, and now the last chapter is saying, and then it happens. So it's like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And then this last chapter, it happens. Then the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled and went forth out of the city by night by the way of the gate between the two walls, which was by the king's garden. Now the Chaldeans were by the city round about, and they went by the way of the plain. But the army of the Chaldeans, I'm going to say it both ways now, pursued after the king and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. And all his army was scattered from him. Then they took the king and carried him up unto the king of Babylon to Riblah, in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. And the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes. He slew also all the princes of Judah in Riblah. It's probably Riblah. There's a symbol over the eye. Then he put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and the king of Babylon bound him in chains and carried him to Babylon and put him in prison till the day of his death. So he was ruling from prison, because it said he ruled for 11 years, but then it said in the 9th year was when he was captured and put in prison. That don't make no sense. Yeah, every other time you see a CH, like an archaeologist or Jericho, it's a cuss sound. So I should have always just pronounced it Chaldea. But when it's at the beginning of the word, like challenge, I see it and it looks like challenge or Chad or, yeah. So anyway. Now in the 5th month, in the 10th day of the month, which was the 19th year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, which served the king of Babylon, into Jerusalem, and burned the house of the Lord, and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and all the houses of the great men burned he with fire. And all the armies of the Chaldeans that were with the captain of the guard brake down all the walls of Jerusalem round about. Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive certain of the poor of the people, and the residue of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away, that fell to the king of Babylon, and the rest of the multitude. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left certain of the poor of the land for vine dressers and for husbandmen. Also the pillars of brass that were in the house of the Lord, and the bases, and the brazen sea that was in the house of the Lord, the Chaldeans brake and carried all the brass of them to Babylon. The cauldrons also, and the shovels, and the snuffers, and the bowls, and the spoons, and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered, took they away. And the basins, and the fire pans, and the bowls, and the cauldrons, and the candlesticks, and the spoons, and the cups, that which was of gold in gold, and that which was of silver in silver, took the captain of the guard away. The 2 pillars, 1 sea, and 12 brazen bulls that were under the bases, which King Solomon had made in the house of the Lord, the brass of all these vessels was without weight. I think that means it was a lot. Not that it was weight, not that it was light as air, but without weight, meaning it's so much that they couldn't even weigh it. And concerning the pillars, the height of one pillar was 18 cubits, and a fillet of 12 cubits, there's 2 L's there, and a fillet of 12 cubits did compass it. And the thickness thereof was 4 fingers, it was hollow. And a chapiter of brass was upon it, and the height of one chapiter was 5 cubits, with network and pomegranates upon the chapiters round about, Christmas ornaments, all of brass. The second pillar also, and the pomegranates were like unto these. And there were 96 pomegranates on a side, and all the pomegranates upon the network were 100 round about. And the captain of the guard took Seraiah, the chief priest, and Zephaniah, the second priest, and the 3 keepers of the door. He took also out of the city, an eunuch, which had the charge of the men of war, and 7 men of them that were near the king's person, which were found in the city, and the principal scribe of the host, who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land that were found in the midst of the city. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took them and brought them to the king of Babylon to Riblah. And the king of Babylon smote them and put them to death in Riblah in the land of Hamath. Thus Judah was carried away captive out of his own land. This is the people whom Nebuchadnezzar carried away captive. In the 7th year, 3,000 Jews and 23. In the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar, he carried away captive from Jerusalem 832 persons. So there's 3,855 Israelites left. No problem, Seahawk Daddy. Habakkuk. That's Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and the last book, Malachi. Have you guys heard that song yet? I sing it all the time. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah. Oh wait, I skipped a bunch. I just skipped a whole bunch. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st Kings, 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and the last book, Malachi. Habakkuk. I say Habakkuk, but it's probably Habakkuk. Habakkuk. I don't think the last K is even, I think the last K is silent. I think it's Habakkuk. 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 I don't know. We always just said Habakkuk in school. Yeah, we talked a lot about Song of Solomon when we were in it. Okay, so he carried away from Jerusalem 832 persons. In the 23rd year of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive of the Jews 745 persons. All the persons, so I'm doing the math in my head, and I wasn't even done reading yet, and it says it right here. All the persons were 4,600. Yep, that maths. Good math. And it came to pass in the 37th year of the captivity of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, in the 12th month, in the 25th day of the month, that Evil Merodach, king of Babylon, in the 1st year of his reign, lifted up the head of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, and brought him forth out of prison, and spake kindly unto him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were with him in Babylon, and changed his prison garments, and he did continually eat bread before him all the days of his life. And for his diet, there was a continual diet given him of the king of Babylon, every day a portion, until the day of his death, all the days of his life. And that is Jeremiah. I liked Jeremiah. There's one key takeaway that I got from Jeremiah, but I'm not going to talk about it because I know it irritates people and everybody disagrees with me, but I have one big takeaway from Jeremiah. But very fiery, very that's like the angry side of God. There's a lot of that in the Old Testament. That's why the Gnostics think that the God of the Old Testament is an evil demiurge, because you read the New Testament, you see Jesus loving, forgiving, kind. You read the Old Testament, you see God, you see fire and wrath and destruction and desolation and people, there's like a disconnect. So then the Gnostics are like, well, maybe the serpent was Jesus and God is actually evil. But I don't believe God's evil, and I don't believe all that Gnostic crap. Yep, it's like a father when you mess up. That's right. I think it's based. A lot of people, a lot of Christians, the soft Christians, what do they call them? The sewing circle Christians. They don't even like reading the Old Testament because they're just in denial. Everybody talks about the love, but they forget about the wrath. My takeaway from Jeremiah is, do not fight against Babylon when they come to conquer you, for you will surely be destroyed. Yeah. Well, another takeaway is, well, this isn't from Jeremiah, but all the lead up to Jeremiah is put your faith in God, and do what he says, and then you don't even have to worry about all that. But people forget, man. People forget, and then they backslide, and they start to lean on their own will rather than God's will. But yeah, that was a big point in Jeremiah. You fight or you run or you hide, you're going to die. If it's God's will that you be a slave, you submit to God's will and you be a slave. Otherwise, you die. Future generations will ask where we were the day JS banned Maryland from chat. And I can say I was there. Dude, I've banned many people from chat and then I've unbanned them later and given them another chance. So she sent me a bunch of messages in Discord saying I was gonna tell you to ban me anyway. I'm like, whatever, woman. Like, do you think I care? If she wants to apologize and stop bringing that bullcrap Christians worship a death cult crap while I'm reading the Bible, then I'll give her another chance. But I don't think that's going to happen, because the last thing a woman will ever do is admit she was wrong. That was then, Josh. We live in a golden age of grifting now. Yeah. So Lamentations is also written, it's the Lamentations of Jeremiah. So we're not totally done with Jeremiah yet. Well, we're done with his first book, but Lamentations is also him, but it's only 5 chapters, so we'll get through it quick. Ezekiel's another long one, and then we get into a run of really short books, like Daniel, Hosea, Joel, all very short. Jonah is 2 pages. Obadiah, all of these are Micah. All of these are very, very short books, but so we'll just blow through them quickly. We only got this much left until we're in the New Testament. Just a little chunk of Old Testament left, and this is all what they call the minor prophets. Not because they're less important, but because they're just small books. So we're through all the like long, heavy books. Ezekiel's, not super long, but it's kind of long. But after Ezekiel, everything is just, each book is just a couple pages. So, but anyway, I got to head to the barber in like 30 minutes. Let's see. I just deleted a bunch of games and I downloaded some new free games, but I got League of Legends, even though I heard that game was for losers, but my brothers play it, so I know a bunch of people who play League of Legends, but I heard you should never play League of Legends. But I downloaded it because it's free. I haven't installed it yet. Let's put all the most important games up at the top. Borderlands, Requiem, Crimson Desert. And then I'm going to throw... Someday we gotta play The Witcher and Final Fantasy 15. Oh, Cyberpunk. Put that up here too. Gotta finish Dying Light 2. Wukong is 100%. So I did never max out the character level though. It's like level 385 is the max level on Wukong, and I never did that. But I do have 100% completion. That's not one of the challenges, but it was a goal that I wanted to do. I'd probably have to do 2 more runs through the game to get to, or I just go to that one place where you can level up really quick. Millie got me to play with her. I play this tanky polar bear dude called Volbear. Oh, League of Legends. Maneater, we got 100% that. I haven't even been playing Skate. Someday I'd like to finish Arkham Knight and Middle-earth Shadows of War. Hogwarts Legacy. I could probably delete that. I've already 100% that. I did everything in that game. I don't know if there's any like new DLCs or anything. Put all the fighting games right down here. Shooting games and free games. Something like that. I also got back into Overwatch because she wanted to try Jetpack Cat. 2020. It's a heroism to play. Heroism to play. Yeah. I have Crimson Desert preloaded now. Anyway, I don't know what time it Twitch Drops event. To celebrate the launch of Crimson Desert, we're kicking off a 2-week Twitch Drops event. I don't know what that means. Crimson Desert launch just around the corner. Frequently asked questions. Global release time and pre-download notice. Crimson Desert simultaneously worldwide on all platforms, and if you pre-ordered Microsoft, you'll be able to preload the game starting 48 hours between launch. Check the specific preload dates, release dates. 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain time. So it releases for me at 4 p.m. today. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get to play until tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we'll play that game. I almost bought a box of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic cards the other day because they look pretty cool. But I was like, nah, I don't need more cards. I got thousands of cards and I never do anything with them. Of all sorts. I got Pokemon cards, Dragon Ball Super cards, Magic cards. I even got a little couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't need more. I just downloaded a free game. Why did my phone just shut off? Oh, it's restarting. I just downloaded a free game called Electrician Simulator. It looks riveting. Wow. And I got World of Warships for free because I've been seeing that ad. I see the ad all the time. And it actually looks kind of cool. But I'm not ever going to play any of these games because I have a bunch of other... And Elderland got me a game. I told him, don't get it for me. I'm not going to have time to play it. I don't have time. I have too many other games that I'm in the middle of and working on, and I just don't have time. What's a go? Yeah, I always try to, well, I forget a lot, but I try to download the free stuff from Epic. I don't always install it, but I got Fall Guys, I got PUBG, I got League of Legends. This is all free stuff though, so console specs. This computer definitely should be able to handle this. Let me see what the specs are looking like for this game. Performance specs. Ultra 4K 60 frames per second. I got 1440, so that's high. AMD NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070. I have a 5070, so we'll be good there. Intel i5 or no, Radeon 5 7800K for high resolution. My 5070 Ti, that's what I have. So that's ultra. So, and then Intel or a Radeon 7 7700X. I have a 9 9800X or 9900X or something. So my graphics card and my processor, I can run the game on ultra settings, but my monitor is not 4K. My monitor's 1440. So I guess that doesn't matter for you guys. That just matters for me and what I'm looking at. But the game, I should be able to run it pretty much close to ultra. All right. Come on, phone, restart. I think I have all the money I need to get the whip. I think the goal ended. Bible streams are not grift streams, but I want to see something real quick. Oh no, there's 13 days left on the goal bar. We're not going to make the goal. It looked like we were going to make it for the first, it was a 4-month, $3,000 goal. And for the first month, we were killing it. I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. But then it slowed up for like the last 2 months. And now there's 13 days left and we're pretty far from the end. But regardless, from my taxes and some money from Mama Dukes, I got the money for the new whip. I'm just going to wait a little while though anyway so I can pad my savings before I buy it. I've been looking at, I saw there was a nice Navigator. I like luxury cars. I like Escalade or a Navigator or even a Chrysler 300 E-Black. I've seen some nice Chrysler 300s in my price range. And that looks like, I've always loved those cars. Twitch drops. You get items in the game for these Twitch drops. I don't know what that means. Let's close Epic. Update queued, update queued, update queued. Well, update, dang it. Just update all this stuff. Dead by Daylight has a new update. It looks like a new map. That looks pretty cool. It's like a neon city. Dead by Daylight's 10th anniversary party. Major update. Sleepless District will be the new realm. New survivor flow state. Whenever a generator is completed, earn 1 token. Grimoire voting. I have no business looking at games right now. I bought a game that's probably going to take me 3 months to beat. It's going to be one of those games that I'm going to get into, and I'm going to be like, we got 100% complete this, and I'm going to be doing stupid little challenge like Breath of the Wild. I never 100% complete Breath of the Wild. I did every single thing except for collecting all the Kokori seeds, because there's like 690 of them in the game. So I had a map with a checklist, and so each one you could go to and check them off. But the problem is I didn't do that from the beginning. So I have to go to all the locations, and some of the locations I had already got the seed. But I still, to do the full checklist, I didn't know which ones I had and which ones I didn't have. So I had to go to every location, and I was like halfway through it, and I deleted my internet history, like cleaning out my cookies and my browser and all that stuff. And when I did that, it reset the map, and I got pissed. And then I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. So I did everything in not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. I did everything in Tears of the Kingdom except for the stupid Kokori seeds. I got like 400 out of 690 of them, or however many there are. Otherwise, I did all of it. But I have a feeling this game's going to be similar. There's going to be some stupid challenge thing for an achievement that you have to collect all these little things that are all over the place. And that always annoys me. I remember in Vice City, you had to like shoot pigeons or something. Or that's Grand Theft Auto 5, I think. Those always annoy me. Because you played. Hello, Shiva. You missed the Bible reading because I finished Jeremiah, and I'm just waiting a little while to go. I'm about to get off of here, so I have to head to get my hair cut. No, I'm just talking about video games. Yeah. 10:15. I hate going to get my hair cut when I'm this sleepy because this freaking razor makes me tired, and I'm in the chair and I'm like trying to hold my eyes open. My Bible reading has completely stalled. All reading, in fact. Well, that's no good. Diablo 4. How much is this Diablo 2? I'm not going to buy it. I'm just looking. It's $40 for a game from forever ago. And it still looks like the game from forever ago. It looks like they did a little bit of a graphic upgrade to it. Yeah, it does look updated endgame features, new character. It does look better graphically, actually. Oh, it looks kind of sick. 30 new items. Enhanced stash and loot tracking. Enhance your stash, sort loot. Loot filter, focus your search. D2 Remaster is very upgraded. Yeah, it looks way different. See, I was like, I'm not paying $40 if it looks like, I mean, I'm not paying $40 anyway because I got this other game. But that actually looks pretty cool. Buenos dias. We started early. I already finished Jeremiah. You missed it, Seasal. I'm about to end the stream. I gotta get my herded. I'm still waiting for the paladin. Does it have all of the characters from Diablo and the expansion? Let's see. It's got the Amazonian. It's got the necromancer. It's got the druid. It's got the rogue. It's got the paladin. It's got the... Yeah, it's got all of them. And then it's got the warlock. I haven't played druid yet. I was enjoying the poison archer build. I like the druid. You can turn into a bear, or you can turn into, I think, a wolf. I can't remember. It's been so long. It's been since 7th grade since I played that game. But yeah, you can turn into an animal. I think there's a shaman. There's the Amazonian, the druid, the warlock, the paladin, the warrior, the barbarian, the necromancer, the rogue, and then what is this lady? What am I forgetting? Who is she? Oh, maybe that's the Amazonian and that's a shaman. I forget. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. He's cussing up a storm in the Bible study. I guess since we're done reading the Bible, I won't censor it. Cussing like a mug. I played D4 for a bit, but it was aggressively meh. That's what I heard. All right, I'm going to head out, guys. I got 40 minutes. Well, I don't have to go just yet, but I might as well. Might as well head out. Fun fact, Andrew's a big druid fan in Diablo games. The druid's probably my second favorite. My favorite's the necromancer. I'm always a necromancer. I just like having an army with me. I like having 10 skeletons and a golem and just moving around with an army. And raising enemies up. So I'll usually have some bat thing flying around with me, some skeleton wizards, some skeleton archers, some skeleton soldiers, and a clay golem or a blood golem or a steel golem. Feels like something's missing now that nobody's telling me I serve a death cult. Let's go. $5 from CSAL. Thank you. I know. And she's all mad and she's messaging me saying, you took everything I said out of context and you had no reason to do that and blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about, woman? It's the same thing every single stream. And I've said over and over and over again, stop saying that crap. I don't care if you disagree, but stop saying all Christians serve a death cult and we're wicked and we're evil and blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of hearing it. I warned her a million times. Yet you're not playing D2 with me. I don't have it. I'm talking about when I was in 7th grade. I don't have it. I just bought freaking Crimson Desert. I'm going to be playing Crimson Desert tomorrow morning. Yeah. Marilyn got yeeted. I banned her because she said, I just left the Discord and now I'm unsubscribing. And I said, all right, bye. I banned her. I kept telling her, you can get out of here or you can stop talking like that. And then she started saying, I'm leaving. Don't talk to me. 5 minutes later, I'm leaving. By the way, I'm leaving. And I left the Discord. And I'm unsubscribing. I was like, all right, I thought you were leaving. I just kicked her. Majestic day. Quit cussing in the Bible time. No, it was yesterday, not today. But she left the Discord. She unsubscribed. So ain't no sense in praying for her no more. She gone. Okay, I gotta go get my hair cut. Where can we raid to? Anybody? Hake. Oh, wow. No, there's nobody cool on right now. Hake's on. We'll go to Hake. Glory to God. See, everybody's sending super chats because I banned Maryland. Dang. That's what I was saying yesterday. I was like, if I knew I was going to make all this money off of banning her, I would have done it a while ago. I'm going to let her back in and then ban her again. That's what Wally was saying. Wally was saying we're going to grift off of this, and I'm going to threaten you guys if you don't hit the super chat goals every day that I'm going to unban Maryland and bring her back. and then I'm going to ban her again, and everybody's going to send super chats. Well, Avarice, unfortunately, you're not clear of her when you go over to Confluence's panels, where she's modded and she mutes people in the chat constantly. Dude, the fact that he made her a mod is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What a horrible decision. But every time you go to his panels, you're still going to have to deal with her. So, you know. We'll go to Hake's channel. Everybody say hi to Hake. I'm modded there too. All right. Well, you guys can't ban each other. Oh, my beer. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Put some chairs in Hake's chat. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La, la, la. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Got to get a haircut. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. No Bible study tomorrow morning. We'll be playing Crimson Desert tomorrow morning. So I'm out, guys. Peace. Bless up.